Greetings, loyalists, traders, Xenos, leeches, and other sort of entities of Warhammer 40K. This is Arndelft. So today, for the last couple of days, I've been working on some more of my models, modding, configuring them, etc. And I got a couple more of these, I bought another one of these sprues with these basic Marines on it, and I've been having fun with them. One of the guys I just barely constructed using that is this guy here. Yeah. Fun little dude with his las cannon. Okay. If I can get proper. There we go. Perfect. Alright. And I literally constructed him out of spare bits and one of those legs and torso of that guy. And I had to carve out a furrow for his where his helmet is. Not sure if I can get the camera to actually properly focus in on that, but you can see the space behind his helmet and everything. I have to carve out that whole area while still leaving the neck guard intact, which was a whole lot trickier than that sounds. And anyone who's had to work on one of these to try and turn them anything into what they are will know exactly how tricky and complicated that really, really is. So, and this next guy, you'll recognize his helmet and chest, and for that matter, legs, backpack, but I changed his arms again. So, basically, I ended up taking away the chainsword slash soon-to-be Eviscerator and shield, and put it on another one of the models that I will show you shortly. And then I gave him these. The point of these two weapons is that they're both specialists. One is a lightning claw, the other one is a thunder hammer. And he can choose, you have to choose to wield one or the other, you don't get to choose both. So, I opted for, and in regular combat, when it's important that he be able to get out, friggin' with that lightning claw, and it's something that'll actually affect with AP3, then he uses just the lightning claw, but still gets the bonus attack for having the hammer. But versus something like Terminators or something with heavy armor, where he would need to wield the hammer in order to make, you know, for sure kill something, or versus a vehicle or anything like that, he can choose to use the hammer instead. In my opinion, this might actually turn out to be really, really good, and as far as I know, is perfectly legal. Okay. And this next guy was sort of meant to be the same thing, but I didn't have another set of lightning claws to use it for him. So, but I'm still quite happy with how he turned out. I think he looks absolutely awesome. And I absolutely love it. Let's see. Last, certainly not least of these four, is this guy. And as you can see, he does have lightning claws and a thunder hammer. And I put kind of a unique, you can see that his base altogether is not normal. I've been scrapping some of the bases from figures from completely different other genres like Halo Clicks and Mech Warrior. And from that base that you can see he's directly standing on, that actually came from some infantry that I just took off the base, and then I'm using it for him. That shield, I'm still iffy about using that shield on him. As you can see, it was originally painted. I've stripped it a little bit, but I'm not sure about it on him. So I'm still deciding whether or not I want to keep that shield on his shoulder. So feedback on that, definitely appreciated. Okay. Oh, and this guy was also constructed from one of those, just barely. I just barely started and finished him today. Alright. And that was with extra bits. I mean, seriously, if you have extra bits, you go buy a 10-pack of Marines, and next thing you know, you can do, like, fragging anything with them. Seriously, it is awesome the kind of stuff that you can pull out. Okay, this next guy you're going to recognize right away. Okay. So, as you can see, those two weapons used to be on the other guy, just barely showcased. So I put an extended handle on the, what I'm calling Eviscerator, to show that it is a longer-handed weapon. But what I'm thinking about doing is putting along the outer edge of it another chainsword segment and possibly trimming the handle down here and making it so it's literally like a two blade, like the blade is on both sides of the handle and there's just a segment in between that you actually grab. And I honestly think that would be absolutely amazing. And I'm thinking maybe if not putting a chainsword segment in between, of just doing another one of these blades on the bottom. So I'm still debating, trying to figure out what it is exactly I want to do with this guy, or if I'm content with him as he is. Feedback definitely appreciated on that. Oh. Alright. This next guy, well, for all you Halo fans out here, you're going to recognize him pretty quickly. Or at least his helmet. That is right. I put a Spartan helmet on a Space Marine. I just couldn't help it. Some guy suggested it when I was trying to figure out how to maybe incorporate my Spartans in as possibly scouts. I was like, hey, put a helmet onto him. Said, no guts, no glory. And so I did it, and I honestly think it looks amazing. This is an old resin figure that I had lying around, and I just popped off the helmet super easy, stuck that on, and it honestly, I think it looks beautiful, and so far I just really love it. And this next figure, you'll be able to tell right away, is not complete. It's an old pewter figure that I've had for a long time. It seriously needs another stripping. Yes, I've already stripped it once. The paint was so globbed on that I had extreme difficulty with it. What I want to do is get that, I think it's paint thinner, that stuff that really has that those fumes that can get you high in one whiff. I want to get that so I can completely strip him down, and that's going to still be a little bit of a trick. As you can see, I've removed his head, and I still need to file away at the base of where his head used to be so I can replace it with another. I'm still trying to figure out what, but the reason why I did that is because I like all my guys having actual helmets. Not just bare heads where a casual sniper can just be like, bang, oh, that was super easy. Guess you didn't get your +3 armor save, etc. Okay. And last, certainly not least, is this guy. So basically, he also had a bare head, which I got rid of, and I did put a helmet on there. I didn't like the look of it, and I'm still trying to figure out what helmet to replace it with. And he did have an arm. It was a power sword, but it was plastic, and it kept breaking. I could not get that sword to stay intact. I did replace it with lightning claws, but I ended up opting against that as well because it didn't look quite right. So now I'm trying to decide what to give this guy, etc. And also, one thing I want to know is what exactly is he? I've been looking through the codex, and I'm having a little bit of trouble finding a Space Marine that can carry a banner and 2 weapons. Because originally, he has the bolter that you see in the picture here, and yes, I know he needs to be stripped. I painted him back when I didn't know how to thin my paints. He already has the bolter, but he did have a sword, which means he could have 2 weapons. Who can have 2 weapons and a banner? I'd really like to know. He originally came from a, what did they call those packs? It was Orcs versus Space Marines, and I believe it was called Assault on Black Reach. I forget what the factions were, but he originally came from that pack. But I'm just trying to figure out where in the codex some Space Marine is that can wield what he's got. In any case, I would seriously appreciate everybody's feedback on everything that I've put out there. What are your thoughts on all of this? What do you think is absolutely awesome? What do you think needs some work? Do you think anything here was atrocious, etc.? Comment section below. Would really appreciate it. Besides that, if y'all really like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. It really does help. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed and you genuinely enjoy this content, emphasis on you actually like it and you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Hit the big red button. Or if you change your color scheme, just hit whatever button it is that you've got, whatever color it be. Alright, well, y'all don't get into too much trouble, or do. It's always up to you. Toodles!